Marco Piazza, Marco Piazza.
I have no idea why I thought that would be a good intro, but that's the intro we're going with. What's up, guys? I'm about to bring you a 25,000 coin squad builder today. It's going to be surrounded around some Serie players, extremely underrated and underused, in my opinion, just because they go for discard price. And I'm going to quickly go through the squad right now and let you know the reasons behind the chemistry style, which, in all honesty, made the team that it is. I did finish 6-0 in Division 6. I was actually 1-0-3 when I started playing with this team. I ended up winning the title, which you will see at the end. And in all honesty, this is one of the best teams I've used so far. And I've played with teams that are quite a bit expensive, around like 300k plus. I do have around 700,000 coins right now. So side note, if you do want to see any player reviews, do let me know. Marco Piazza, as you've heard in the beginning. Honestly, I was surprised with him. Although his stats do show him to be a really good player, I had my doubts about him just because of his in-game stats. They weren't all that too great, but we're about to find out how well the team played. You will see some highlights. You did see the totals in terms of what I paid for each player, including chem style. Now, there are a couple of players that do come default CDM and cams. If you do want to convert them, you're looking at about 2 to 3k a piece just to convert them, but in all honesty, that is not necessary. We're going to go through the team right now. We're going to work our way up from goalie all the way up to our center forward. Now, you'll see in most of the clips it looks like I'm playing a counter-attack, but in all honesty, I'm not. I am using custom tactics, which I may or may not touch upon. We'll see how the video goes. We'll start off with the goalie. I forgot how to pronounce his name. Hold on, let me get this for you guys. Give me a second. I got this. Sportiello, Marco Sportiello. He's 6'4". That's the reason why I chose him. I also put a glove chemistry style on him just to give him a boost in his positioning, handling, and diving. 85 reflexes for a 6'4" goalie, in my personal opinion, is outstanding. His handling, you see, I didn't really include a lot of defensive clips because I've only conceded 3 goals, and I can make a separate video just for the defense in the goal. That's how good they were. But Sportiello, he commanded his box very well. His handling, especially off of corners, which is something that's rare for me to see in this FIFA at least. He was able to catch the balls from the corners and not allow the opponents to get ahead on. Only conceding 3 goals in 6 games in divisions, given the degree of difficulty you face in divisions, was outstanding for me. Moving on to the defense, I personally like a tactical center back where he can make all the interceptions and whatnot, especially, well, he obviously needs to be great in tackling as well. A fast one, just so he can partner up very well with him. My outside backs or my full backs, I would like them to be able to dribble and pass, of course, just because it fits into my playing style. So starting off from the right back, it's Dusan Basta. Every Basta is great, in my opinion, and I'm sure all of my friends would agree with me. Probably not. Anyways, 81 pace, 80 defending, 76 dribbling, 77 physical, and 71 passing. His defense and physical at 80 and 77 respectively, I don't think they need a boost, especially if you look at his in-game stats. So what I decided to do is add an artist chem style on him. He doesn't need a pace boost. I think 81 pace for a fullback is more than sufficient. I added an artist so I can boost his dribbling and passing because, as I said, I want them to be tricky, especially gunning down the wing if they do. I want him to be able to zigzag in and out of defense, and if there is someone that's open, I want him to be able to hit them with this. Moving on to our first center back, it's Stefan de Vrij, standing 6'2" with medium attacking and high defensive work rates, which is crucial. His in-game stats are absolutely ridiculous. I mean, his interceptions and his tackling alone. If he was in the Barclays Premier League, I guarantee you there is no way he's only be going for 800 points. This guy would be like 5k to the 10k range. I did put an architect chem style on him just to give him a little bit of a boost in his passing and his physical. His strength did increase dramatically when I did add this chem style, and I think the chem styles are living up to the hype. I mean, after EA released how they actually work and the effect that it'll have on your players, I personally agree with them for the most part. Uh, you can see them in the clips as well. Most of my goals start off with my defense breaking up my opposition's attack and me being able to wiggle my way through the midfield and isolate my wingers in a 1v1 situation, and that's all she wrote from there. Back to De Vrij though, great height, high defensive work rate, which keeps him back. His priority is defending. He doesn't really care too much about attacking, which is great. And he's someone that can pass the ball out of the back, which complements our second center back, Mehdi Benatia, very well. Benatia is my bully in the back. He's the one who has the high strength, and I did slap on an anchor chem style on him just to boost his pace, defending, and physical, just to make him completely outrageous, and that's exactly what he was. Every time he was presented with an opportunity to stop the play, he did stop the play. He only got one yellow card despite me being very aggressive in terms of tackling on defense, and Danny can attest to that. Danny is the one who taught me how to be reckless in defense. Every time we played pro clubs with this guy, he would slide tackle the shit out of our opposition. Guaranteed one red card per game, which is a ridiculous average, and thankfully I did not follow in his footsteps. Moving on to our left back, who was, well, he's the one who started counters for me, essentially. Mario Rui from Portugal, who plays for Roma, 86 pace, 77 dribbling. I did slap on a powerhouse because 73 defending and 70 passing was kind of low in my opinion, and despite him having 70 physical, he did have 92 stamina. And for that reason, he was the one fullback that I did allow to attack from the back. I always keep one person balanced attack and the other one stay back while attacking, so I kind of was playing with like 3 center backs when I was attacking, which was Basta, De Vrij, and Benatia. Mario Rui, I gave him a little bit more freedom because 86 pace is faster than 81, number one. And number two, the 92 stamina, that means he can run up and down, up and down, up and down that field all game long without getting tired. We started to get to the fun part now. We're going to move on to the midfield. Lucas Biglia, Leandro Paredes, and Simone Verdi were my 3 main guys that I played in the midfield. Let's start off with Lucas Biglia, and yes, you did pronounce the G. I did confirm with my Argentinian friend via text. Lucas Biglia, pay close attention to the clips, and hopefully you are, but he's the one who primarily started my attacks, especially when I broke up. Well, always, hold on, let me do this over. He's the one who, whenever I broke up the attack in the midfield, it was him stopping the attackers, and he was the one who was able to pass the ball and deliver it to one of my outside center mids or my wingers or my center forward. He was the one who's pretty much in charge of my midfield for the most part. I did put on a Guardian because 74 defending and 74 dribbling, a little bit low for my liking as well for my CDM. He does stand 5'10", which some people would think is short, but honestly, man, the way he plays with his high defensive work rate and the instruction that I gave him to sit back, he sits back very well in the pocket and was able to distribute the ball anywhere on the field for that matter. Moving on to Leandro Paredes, he surprised me the most. I've played a total of 14 games with this guy. He scored me 10 goals and 6 assists from a center mid position. That's more than some of my wingers in terms of goals to game ratio. 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. I did put on an engine. I wanted a little bit of a boost to his pace, dribbling, and passing. His 66 shooting does not do him justice, nor does his 68 defending. He's all over the pitch. I need a pass, he's there. I need someone to score, and if there's a scoring opportunity, he takes it. He barely misses his shots. Despite his 66 shooting, it is very, very low finishing stat. I think it's extremely underrated. Now, Simone Verdi, in my midfield, I want this one guy to be able to dribble the ball out of any situation, and this guy can do it. 81 dribbling, but he has like something crazy like 90 agility or something like that, and 80 dribbling. That's why I decided to slap on the Maestro, give him a boost in his passing, shooting, which he really needs, and his dribbling. 5-star weak foot, 4-star skill moves. He is left-footed, but with a 5-star weak foot, you have so many options. And for 1,000 coins, again, if this guy was in the Barclays Premier League, I think he would be going for at least 2 to 3,000 coins instead of 1,000, which I picked him up with the Maestro Chem style on him. 84 pace, he has like something crazy like 90 acceleration as well. His stamina isn't that well, but everything else about him is great. Now, he didn't really, well, I shouldn't say he didn't contribute, like he wasn't directly involved with goals, but he was the one that was able to create space for me to move the ball out of my midfield when it was congested, just because of his high agility and dribbling stats. I was able to create space and find open players. Yes, he had 0 goals and 0 assists in the 4 games that I did play him, but again, he added a lot more value to the team than his stats just.
Marco Piazza,
Stefan Jovetic, Mohamed Salah, as well as Diego Perotti, and also Sosa. What's his first name? Jose Sosa. Jose Sosa, Diego Perotti, and Stefan Jovetic. I was rotating them in my center forward. Believe it or not, that was the shakiest spot, but the wingers were on point. Fast, they can dribble, they can finish, they can pass. And again, Marco Piazza did surprise me. He's a 76 overall, but he plays like he's 80 overall. Mohamed Salah, I'm definitely going to pick up his inform. If you do guys want to see a player review on him, let me know in the comments below. I know Zuwayback did not really a review, but he did play with him and he was praising him. I will wait till his price drops a little bit. If he goes down to like 55k or even 60k, I'll snap him up. I'm not even worried about losing like 20,000 coins on him. He did get a big boost. I think all the informs are getting big boosts. He went from an 81 to an 84, so definitely looking forward to him. But there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Jesus Christ, I said, in my opinion, in my honest opinion, like 100 times in this video. God damn.
I'm not really interested in being like the cool kids. Like the cool kids.